Hi guys, I'm Shrishti and we have Sophie here who is so pretty and all in her glory.
Hi.
So Sophie, you are a fashion icon and you just somehow dress perfectly every time you step out. Like even today you're looking gorgeous.
Oh, thank you.
So firstly, how do you do it? Like,
I think I don't like to say it too often, but I am born and brought up in London.
Yeah.
I studied in Paris, and anyone who's been there will know that people are always well turned out. When I came to India, I realized everybody used to make it sound like a chore.
Yeah.
Like especially in Mumbai, everybody uses the heat as an excuse. Oh, it's so hot, who wants to dress up? So people find dressing up a bit painful. And there wasn't much access to stuff in India like 10 years ago. But coming from London and Paris, like even going to college, I was well turned out. I think it's just something I enjoy, something that's natural, and I don't find it difficult. I enjoy it. So I think if that becomes your mission for how you want to look, then it's just much easier.
picking on that, I mean, you are such a great dresser and a lot of girls aspire to dress like you.
Thank you.
So we've picked out 5 looks that you've worn in the past.
Sure.
And we want you to tell us how to put it together.
I love designer labels and they're great and they set trends, but I'm not somebody who dresses top to toe in designer. I never have.
Okay.
Even if you have access to it, I don't think it's something you need to do. I think there's nothing cooler than mixing high street with designer.
Yeah.
Because that gives you a very individual style. I never like to look like I've walked straight off a ramp.
Yeah.
Let that be on the ramp and let me be accessible, not necessarily aspirational.
Yeah.
I think there's a fine line between the two. Yeah, I love looking at, there's a lot of Hollywood actors that I look at and I say, I love their style, but it's an attainable style.
Yeah.
It's not unattainable.
Yeah.
Unattainable is fine to look at.
Yeah.
I like women who I can relate to. So don't think that everything I wear is designer. So let's see what this one is though. Let's see what you picked out for me.
So this is one look, I don't remember.
It's totally high street.
For someone who wants to put this together, how can they do it?
Yeah, it's a really easy, summery look. I think I wore this to a spa launch a while ago. So yeah, it's just basically a pair of like nude or rose pink shorts.
Yeah.
Slightly looser. I don't like to wear them too tight. So just slightly looser. And prints are really in right now. So you can get away with any print. And I think you can get this at any high street store. You can get this at any local store. It's not that difficult. And my big favorite in the entire world is nude shoes. Or nude wedges, and here these are Gucci, I know they are, but they're nude wedges which you can pick up from any store. I think, I mean, so many brands in India are doing them as well, and you have great shoe stores here now as well. This is a really easy look that anyone can put together, and it's totally high street.
I like how you've accessorized it. I mean, you're wearing rings, and there's one watch, and there's just one bracelet.
I'm not somebody who loves accessories that much. I try and keep it light, so even today it's just earrings and a bracelet. I like rings and I like a watch, and I don't like wearing humongous earrings unless it's for a statement. So this is probably what I wear on a daily basis. I don't think I did anything different or special. I think just keep it simple. With a look like this, keep it simple, understated.
Okay, this you wore recently, and this is not something that one would wear, like, I don't know.
A regular
it's a very
red carpet.
party look.
You know what? Actually, I think that in India, people suddenly feel that every time there's an awards, you have to wear a gown.
Yeah.
And I think that that's absolutely wrong.
It's overdone.
I think if you look internationally, very often at most of the awards, people are not wearing gowns.
Yeah, I mean, Emma Stone wore that jumpsuit at the Golden
which looked great.
Which looked awesome.
Yeah. So, and it's not just, and I think this is a music awards where I wore this.
Yeah.
Even
Jima.
more of a reason not to wear a gown. I think, in fact, in the past when I've done Jima, I've always opted for something like Falcone and Shane and something cool and something edgy. And the first Jima I went to, I think I remember that everyone was like, oh my God, like that's like really trendy. And I was like, yeah, it's a music awards. But yeah, this I actually just think white is really striking. I think it's one of the hottest colors of the season.
It's very futuristic. I mean, I like the silhouette.
I love the cut. It's a really cool cut. This is actually a BCBG, but I think you can easily do like a white, even if it's a peplum top, with a slim skirt with a slit. And those are separates and you can make it look like this. Or if you prefer to make the bottom half look a little smaller, do a white top and a black bottom and metallic heels, and I think you're done.
Yeah, I really like this. You wore to Dabu's.
Yeah. This makes me feel very Parisian for some reason. This look is very
cute.
Parisian chic, very like the hair, very Audrey Hepburn. There was like very French vintage kind of chic, very simple. I mean, yet again, just like this is a Isabelle Marant skirt and a shirt by her and a Chanel bag and I think DVF shoes. But this is so easy. It's a red skirt, black shirt. Ruffles are really in the season, so if you can find a shirt which is black, which has some interesting ruffles and a short pleated skirt. Black heels and a black chain bag.
Yeah.
I mean, these are essentials of the season and they don't have to be designer.
This I love. This look is just
This is totally high street.
Yeah. I love the shoes here. It's
The shoes are
Louboutins,
Louboutin,
right?
yeah. The shoes are Louboutin, which is actually, you'll notice with a lot of my looks, even if the clothes are high street, my shoes and bags are always by a brand that I like because I am obsessed with shoes. I have an illness when it comes to shoes. So that's something I don't compromise on. But the clothes, the top is from Topshop.
Okay.
And the pants are probably from something like Pinko or Sandro or something like that. So yeah, really easy. Lace is another huge trend, which is still on. In fact, right now you can do loads of colors, so it doesn't have to be this. But because it's summer, I like this combination of like an off-white and a nude pant. And again, nude shoes, like I told you, right? Yeah, really easy looks. I think the ones that you picked out, I think you would find them anywhere. I mean, you would find them like, you know, on fashion streets, you would find them in Indian stores, you would find them in stores that get clothes from Bangkok, you'd find them in a Zara, in a Forever 21. You would find them anywhere. These are not looks that are designer, but I think it all just comes down to finishing.
Okay, there's one more look to go.
Oh, there is, okay.
This is like a really simple one.
This is actually one of my favorite brands called Pinko, and this is just fun. It's a really fun look. The shoes are again Louboutin. It's just, again, prints are really in. Floral prints are hugely in, so you will find that anywhere. So it's just about finding an abstract skirt, which has an interesting print, and a plain top. And I've just gone for something which is a lot more poppy and a lot brighter. It just looks better in pictures and all the rest of it. And then if you can, just, you know, a pair of cool shoes which have another color or a contrast or something like that. Very easy. These are very, very easy looks for anyone to replicate and put their own style to. I think a lot of people would maybe love to do something great in the neck here. Maybe I would do that now if I were to repeat the look. I might do that. At that time, I wasn't very into neck pieces. So yeah, so maybe with that you could do that, but beyond that, nothing.
Okay. So, I mean, currently it's really hot. It's really, really hot. You don't feel like wearing a lot of stuff in your neck or yours or anything. Like you just want to be, you just want to put like something on and just go out. So, like, could you give me some tips on how to accessorize in this heat? Like,
I think, I mean, in this kind of heat, and especially if you're out and about, hair up works today. I mean, I think a look like what I've put together today is very heat friendly.
Beat the heat kind of.
Yeah, it's very beat the heat. I mean, it's just small studs, which are actually, I love the new earrings, which are, they look like they're coming from the front and the back. So that's kind of trendy. So just simple earrings, nothing too heavy in the neck. You could do more rings. I love rings. So you could do more rings, or you could do a cool cuff. And that's about it. I'm really not one who's big on accessories. I generally believe you should have one which stands out, and maybe just a couple of small things, but nothing more than that. And in the heat, it doesn't work. You could do cool stuff in your hair. That's really trendy always. Like, you've got a really pretty side twist. You could just put a cool comb or like a jeweled comb or something like that. But I like to keep it feminine and simple and clean and not cluttered. Yeah, that's about it. Hairbands are great too.
So those are some really great tips that we got from Sophie. So if you want to beat the heat Sophie style, you should really like do all the stuff that she's just said.
Some of it. Put your own spin on it.
Yeah, you can always like add your own touch to it. And just stay tuned for more fun stuff.